Dude, not right now.
I have to.
No, you don't.
Hey.
Turn it off now.
Why?
Hi guys. We're live streaming right now on Friday. There is a
Earthquake happening right now.
It's just a small aftershock. I can walk around during
I have to take these off.
Why?
Take off the computer and help me now.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Why do you have to take those down?
It can smash during your.
Yeah, so they don't break.
Did Dad tell you?
Yes. Mom told me to.
Right before this video started, there was an aftershock. Oh,
Probably not.
ignore it. It's for Dad. So we're getting prepared for the water and all of that stuff.
We have
because
a
it
bathtub.
might happen again.
We have a bathtub full of water.
We have a bucket full of water because this morning, probably at 8:32, the big earthquake happened, and then 3 aftershocks. There's another aftershock right now, like before this live stream started.
Yeah, this is insane.
Oh, I just felt shaking again.
Another aftershock.
No, there wasn't. No. Dude, it's like shaking and then stop, shaking, stop. And it might happen again today. So that's why I'm live streaming right now.
And it's definitely happening again this week.
It's definitely going to happen today. So I'm watching
Tonight, I like us to explore.
Harry, I've got to tell you something. With the right attitude and with the right amount of self-belief, you actually could be very good.
I'd like to hear you sing country.
Right, yes or no?
I'm going to say yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Simon. It's a yes from me, but please don't sing R&B.
I won't no more R&B.
You did well.
I'm now a country singer.
A country singer that's going to boot camp.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So once again, Harry has impressed the judges.
One of the most distinct voices we've ever had.
Next up at Eskimo Blonde, where they'll be joining former bandmate Harry at boot camp.
Hi.
Again.
These girls were in my category last year.
Oh, hi, girls.
Well, welcome back. Happy to have the new one instead of the old one?
You sound more like a group now.
Good. What are you going to sing?
Fever Forever.
I am actually live streaming.
Thank you, Simon. It's
So this is just live right now. We took down all the paintings up there. There's all schools are closed down, all stores, everything is closed down. So use your food wisely. And I'll let you know if any what is it called? Aftershocks happen or the real actual it happens again. Earthquake happens. So I'm gonna remind you when I feel it. I'll say what it is real. And if it's a real one, then I'm going to have to put you guys right there. And I'm going to stand right there in the doorway. And you guys will be able to see me like this morning. I did the same thing.
Don't go in the kitchen.
Why?
Eddie opened the cabinet and a piece of glass smashed.
Oh, shoot.
It wasn't the aftershock.
forever. Always be mine. Viva forever. Viva forever. I'll be waiting. Everlasting. Everlasting. Like the sun. Live forever. For the moment. Ever searching for the one.
Thank you. Louis?
Girl, it was an okay audition, but nothing special. There was no performance. It's like just 3 girls singing along, but there's no lead singer.
Yeah, you looked like you were singing in a choir.
The problem is, girls, I'm going to be honest with you. You lost something that was very good about the group, which was Harry. Without her...
Hold on. People are texting. Whoa.
What?
Just what we see 1,000 times.
Can we take that on board?
Girls, there's no spark. Most importantly, there's no individuality here. Louis, yes or no?
Please, Louis. Please, Louis, give us a chance.
I'm going to say yes.
Thank you, Louis. I promise.
I'm going to give them a chance.
Shannon,
They want it, son.
I'm going to say no.
Shannon, please, Shannon. A chance. That's all we want is a chance.
I
Please.
can't, girls. I just
Please,
can't
Shannon,
do
a
it.
chance. Please, a chance. God, even got a thing because of love. Please, Shannon. Just do your face say yes.
Stop it! No! Stop it! Don't do this to me! It's not fair!
Please, Shannon. Yeah, please, Shannon. A chance. That's all we want is a chance.
I'll leave you two to it.
I promise you.
Oh my
I'm gonna go.
goodness me!
Shannon, please.
You are absolute.
Shannon, please. Shannon, please.
Will you listen to me? Please listen to me, okay? It would not be fair to you. The standard this year is so high. You will be let down. Your hearts will be broken.
I will. I want to sleep.
Milk and sugar. Leave the tea bag in for a while.
My heart wants to say yes, but as a
follow your heart,
businesswoman, I have to say no.
Shannon, follow your heart, please.
I can't.
No. 1,000% more to give to you.
Girls, come on.
Shannon, follow your heart. Shannon, please, you'll regret it, please.
I
Honestly.
can't do
Shannon.
it to you.
Please,
You
Shannon.
will. I can't do it to you.
Please. Please, Shannon, just say yes.
Oh no, don't. Oh my God.
Come on, try. Who tries? It's going to be hard watching Harry because she was a part of our band and obviously you probably think I'm not it.
We're not going outside, guys.
I'm really got mixed emotions because I'm happy that I'm through, but I'm so gutted for the girls.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Mal Ford.
Mal Ford. How old are you?
74.
Not bad. Where are you from?
Well, originally from Birmingham,
Right.
but now, for the last 25 years, the best place on earth, Blackpool.
And if you won Britain's Got Talent, what would be more important to you, the Dosh or the royal family?
I'd like to meet the royal family, to be truthful. You know, because I think that's another lovely people. I mean, the Queen, and especially, I think she's brilliant. You know.
She is wonderful.
You've met her, haven't you?
Yeah, a number. I can't remember how many
It's at
times.
like a 1.2 right now.
I met her a lot. Mal, should we just...
You put the pictures down.
That's not it. Alright.
We put them down.
You need to clean up all the stuff all over the floor, please. And give me whatever water bottles are in here. Give me those water bottles.
What for?
So I can fill them with water.
Water.
Is that the
You
only
might
one?
want to rinse it out.
Hang on. Is this the only one? You better look all over.
So we're getting really prepared because there was a gas leak and water leak at school, and we don't want it to happen here. So that's why we're getting really prepared. Not both of our vehicles are filled up, but one of them is fully filled. The other one just died out.
Done with it.
Thank you, Mel. Good luck.
Good luck, Mel.
Thank you very much. Very nice of you. Thank you.
There it is. Oh, I feel like I'm in Blackpool now. Your turn.
What do you want? What do you want?
Together, I'm walking in the rain. Welcome to Blackpool, folks. Here we are. To end this misery. Everybody from Blackpool, say yeah. Oh, I do like to be happy. Come on. Oh, I do like to. Well, the brass band play. Come on. Blackpool Bell was against White Friend and went from Northern Station. What a beautiful sight on a Saturday night. After the illuminations. You say, I remember. Very well. Very well. All the happy gang above the Blackpool Bell. I remember those bells alive when I arrived at Blackpool Live. And the songs we sang together above the Blackpool Bell. Come on.
Judges, if you just judge them on that song, should we vote yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes. Okay, yes.
I've changed my mind, it's a yes! Thank you and then off. Yeah?
Thank you and get up.
We're going to regret that come deliberations.
I can't believe I'm meeting Britney Spears. It's like meeting God.
How do you feel?
As soon as I heard that Britney was going to be a judge, and I knew that I would get the opportunity to stand in front of her and sing, it was fate. My name's Pat Ford. I'm 20. I'm from Derry, New Hampshire, and I love everything about Britney Spears. I don't think many people truly respect her on the level that I do, and actually admire her and look up to her in the same way that I do.
You just feel a connection, right?
Yeah, I think she might be my sister. Do I look like her at all? I just need a blonde wig. And I'm like, honestly, I thought about that, but I figured it would be like too creepy. I would do anything just to get a glimpse of her in person. I'm going to be shaking nervous when I'm that close to Britney. I can't even imagine. I hope Britney likes the flowers.
So I got everything at my fingertips. My work email, boom. Personal calendar.
My staff is constantly talking about how observant I am. And so here's what they did to me today. All right, just hand it to me. So they said at some point while I'm talking, I'm going to get an envelope with instructions in it. And thank you, Esteban. That's not his name. I'm observant enough to know that's not his name. What is it? It's Pete, right? Yep. All right. Says, Dear Ellen, we thought we'd play a game with you today. Somewhere hidden in the audience is a celebrity that you know. The only catch is we hired an award-winning makeup artist and disguised them. You have 15 seconds to find the celebrity, but you can't move from where you're standing. Ready, go. Are you pointing to that man right there with the pipe? No, that is one of my producers, and I noticed him right away. It threw me off at first to see not only him, but my writer Jason, who's in a dress. right, the audience, I am just being told, do not help me. If you think you know who it is, the audience cannot help me. They're playing a game with me. I see another writer who is Allison, who is in a wig and glasses. So they're trying to throw me off because when I first walked out here. Okay. So now, okay, turn the page. It says, I'm going to have more time, right? I can look. Your observational skills haven't. If you
So
haven't
we
done
have
it,
everything right
you
here
can
to
go into
keep
the
us
audience, get a
in
closer
place.
look. You have 1
And
minute.
if that happens, we have to go
Then you'll
underneath
have
that
hence
couch
on
there.
other pages. Okay, I have 1 minute now. All right. Why are y'all holding hands? Sorry, I want to see if that was a wig. Jennifer Aniston. No. This noise is very aggravating.
Yeah, I know.
Are you with that man? Are you with that man? You know him? Okay.
Jay, these are all of my stickers.
All right.
I want to play with that red thing over there.
Here's a hint.
Yeah.
He did not play a character in Finding Dory. That is not a hint. He's part of an Emmy Award-winning family.
These are some of Daddy's old
Emmy
drawings.
Award-winning family. That's like, I'm thinking Modern Family.
Jay, these are
Is
some
that
of
what I'm
Daddy's
thinking?
old
All right.
drawings. Jay, these are some of Daddy's old drawings.
I'll walk around more.
And then there's a drawing.
Well, we know it's a man.
Oh, I
I know that.
Crayons.
Okay.
I know.
Why are y'all holding hands? Okay, good. But, like, are you one person somehow pretending to be? Well, it's Jesse Tyler first, and so now I know that.
Stephen King.
You did. What, you're not saying you came with him?
This thing.
No, you didn't.
Want to check out some of Daddy's drawings?
I do not speak the English.
No. No.
Hi.
Hi. I did not think that you.
Things have really gone downhill since I saw you.
Wow. All right. So I'm told there's like a transformation we can watch. How long did it? Well, we'll watch.
I've been here for 3 days.
All right. Walk down here and then we'll watch this.
That's sneaky music. Because I'm about to get into the disguise to surprise Ellen. Yeah, I think I kind of like it. I think I might get another job after this. The fact that this guy bought a single ticket to come see Ellen, I think should be of great concern to everyone. Dealing with this extra weight that I've just put on very quickly, not hating it. It's a no-pain muffin top. Ellen, best of luck finding me.
That's so funny. All right. What is under there? What's happening under here?
Just have my no-show socks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and a bat suit.
Uh-huh. All right, I really did. When I asked if she came with you, I didn't want to be insulting. I thought you looked a little strange, and I thought
That's
just
Debbie, and she's just a friend.
uh-huh. Hi, Debbie. All right, so go get cleaned up. I guess you're gonna come back later on.
back.
All right, I'll see you later.
Another sticker found. Spider Woman. Another sticker found. Avengers Assemble. And
Guys, I
Never
don't
miss
know
a deadline
why,
by
but I'm still
Monday.com. Are you
streaming.
going to make your deadline?
What deadline?
Your free trial today.
I'll tell you, if you've watched the news lately, there's been a lot of talk about Russian spies. The Russian ambassador was accused of being a spy, and Yahoo was hacked by Russian spies. Kellyanne Conway said Trump's microwave was a spy. People are claiming there are Russian spies everywhere, and it got me thinking, there could be Russian spies in my audience, and I wouldn't know it. So today I've just decided I should investigate to see what is going on, because everyone. Everyone is a suspect. Stand up, ma'am. What is your name?
Genia.
Mm-hmm. Where do you live and what do you do?
I can't do it.
Yeah. You're not speaking English because you choose. Good. Good cover. Yeah. Nice way to cover. Oh, no speaking English. Sit down. You. Let me see your purse. Open it up for me. What do you have in there? Just a wallet?
Just a wallet, glasses.
Okay. What is your name?
Chatra.
Mm-hmm. Are you a Russian spy?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's what a Russian spy would say. All right, Chatra, you can sit down. Stand up. What's your name and what do you do? Where do you live?
Brenda, Brentwood, Tennessee.
Oh, that matches. So yeah, Brenda Brentwood, and you work with Brenda's, I assume.
I do.
Where's Brenda, Tennessee?
Brentwood?
Yeah.
It's a suburb of Nashville.
Okay, good. Let me see your purse. What do you have in it? Anything Russian?
No. I do have an Ellen tank top.
Ellen tank top, that's good. That's it? All right. I'm going to have to ask you a series of personal questions.
Okay.
Are you Russian?
No.
Any contact with Russians?
No.
Ever eaten Russian dressing? You're American?
Yes.
You go into the bathroom, you're American. You come out, you're American. What are you when you're in there?
European?
That's right. Yeah. What are you when you're on your way in there?
I'm a Russian.
Yeah, you're a Russian. Okay. All right. Let's see. Go this way and see if anybody looks suspicious.
Jay, here's another one. You want it? Jay, here's another one. You're more of a green Thor yourself.
I'm talking to Ray.
Jay, here's another one. You're more of a green Thor yourself.
I'm talking to my friend right now.
I'm using my phone.
Now I'm gonna call my dad, guys. So. 117. I landed it. Look. Dad!
That is way too obvious. No. No. Stand up, sir. Hi.
Hi, Ellen.
What's your name?
Rory.
Rory. Where you live? What do you do?
I live very close to Brentwood, Tennessee.
No, really?
I don't even know them.
Well, where do you live? What part?
Franklin, Tennessee.
Franklin. He lives in Franklin.
Yeah.
I say that seems very suspicious. Two people from very small areas in Tennessee would be here on the same day, in the same section of the room. Do you mind if I pat you down?
Sure.
Step out here. We have the same. I'm not allowed to do this, so I'm going to have to get someone else to. Okay. Go ahead, Zoe. It's okay? Thank you. All right. Stand up. Let me see your phone.
I don't have my phone.
Is that true?
It's in my purse.
Let me have it. I have to look through the data.
Sure. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there.
Hold it, please.
Sure.
I've seen this on CSI. Thank you. All right, here's what I'm going to have to do. Ma'am, what is your name? I didn't ask you your name.
Annie.
Annie? Right, I bet. What's your passcode?
1206.
You'll have to change that. All right. 1206. I'm in your phone now.
Okay. Call Lauren Coda.
All right. What's the number?
818. Oh, wait.
Yeah. No one here is going to retain that information. 818
395
395. Who is Lauren?
My best friend.
Okay. Lauren?
Hey.
Hey, Lauren.
What's up?
What's up with you?
Oh my God.
Lauren? I'd like to speak to Vladimir. Annie needs to speak to Vladimir. She needs to speak to Vladimir right away about the Golden Eagle Project.
Golden Eagle Project.
You know the project. The Red Lobster Project.
The Red Lobster Project.
Yeah, whichever you're calling it this week. Annie has just admitted to us that she's a Russian spy. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I'm so shocked.
Yeah. Well, there were clues.
I love you.
Love you too. Lauren, you're her best friend, but you didn't get invited to the show. Why not?
Because I'm really sad she didn't extend the invitation to me.
Yeah, you should be. You should be very upset.
But I'm in San Diego right now, so.
Oh, okay. She's just got a bunch of empty seats next to her, and she said she didn't want to bring you. You know what, Lauren? When are you going to be in town next? Why don't you be my guest? You come to the show, okay? Lauren,
yes.
I have to go, but
Okay.
don't have any more conversations like this on this phone, okay?
Bye, Ellen. You're my girl.
It might be bugged, and God bless you, and God bless America. Come to the show, okay? I look around and I see all the different people. I see all the smiling faces, and I look out and I see someone who looks like me when I glanced over there. I was like, hi. I was like, what am I doing in the audience? Why am I there? Am I in a parallel universe right now? What's your name? What is it? Donna. Hi, Donna. Where do you live? Austin. I love Austin. That's a fantastic place. What do you do there? Oh, really? I like real estate. Yeah. All right. Well, if I ever want to move to Austin, I'll call you, and it will confuse people. All right. I'll take your card. So, now, did y'all see her? When y'all were waiting, did y'all see her in line and think it was me? And did you think it was me? How many people think you're me when you're wandering around? Really? Do you behave yourself? Because you're representing me. You realize that?
Aftershock hasn't hit us yet. It has been 33 minutes since I started this live stream.
There are plenty of pros and cons that come with being brought up in a rich family. After all, having so many zeros in their bank accounts would make any parent want to spoil their children, but these celebrities took things a bit too far. Before we get into it, be sure to like this video and subscribe to The Taco for more incredible videos. Now, let's jump into 10 famous kids who seem like angels but are brats in real life. Jaden Smith. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's son is truly out of touch with reality. When he was 14, he told New York Magazine, "There was a time in my life when I'd go to Cartier, like every weekend for like a month." Okay, Jaden, we get it. Your allowance is pretty substantial. But wait, because the kid is also planning on getting his very own pyramid. He spoke with GQ about building a 12-foot tall pyramid in his own backyard. Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned swing? In that same interview, he managed to talk about himself a little more. Smith said, "I don't think I'm as revolutionary as Galileo, but I don't think I'm not as revolutionary as Galileo." Well, Jaden, first of all, Galileo was a mathematician, a physicist, and an astronomer. He discovered 4 of Jupiter's moons approximately 4 centuries ago, and he risked upsetting the church because he supported the theory that the Earth revolved around the sun. Sure, we can all agree that Jaden Smith is a decent rapper. He's had a pretty decent career starring in movies like After Earth and The Karate Kid, but still, even he admits he's no Galileo. Lil Tay. Obnoxious can't even begin to describe the infamous internet sensation with the foul mouth. Do you remember when you were a kid and you slipped up and said a bad word? Then you heard your parents stomping towards you and you suddenly realized you messed up. You knew what was coming. It was either a timeout or no more video games. Well, Lil Tay is a 9-year-old rapper who's got a serious potty mouth on her. But for some reason, her mom doesn't seem to mind. You see, Lil Tay is running the show, even if she's not even old enough to do so. She's bought herself a bunch of expensive cars and even 5 homes. She also claims she bought a $6,000 Gucci lint roller. Who wants to spend that much on a lint roller? But it gets worse. Lil Tay's mother is also her manager, and she's totally fine with her 9-year-old using racist words on her songs. Angela Tian is a realtor in Vancouver, Canada, so it's safe to say that she's well aware of her daughter's diva reputation. Some have even speculated that it's actually Tian who's behind the awful lyrics that her daughter raps. But Lil Tay posted a photo on her Instagram saying, "Lil Tay is not managed by anyone. I am independent." Blue Ivy Carter. Spare the rod, spoil the child is a proverb that certainly applies to these bratty celebrity kids. We all know that if a parent refuses to put boundaries on their kids, that child will get used to getting their own way. This would certainly apply to Blue Ivy Carter. She's been spoiled by her parents from a super early age. Her parents, Jay-Z and Beyonce, allegedly spent more than $200,000 on her first birthday party. The cost was reportedly broken down like this. They spent $95,000 on roses and $80,000 on a custom-made diamond-encrusted Barbie doll. Plus, they spent $30,000 on jewelry, costumes, and toys for Blue Ivy's friends. Oh, and the cake? Well, that was a mere $2,400. We're guessing Beyonce never heard of baking using a Betty Crocker cake mix. Even Jay-Z is starting to realize they might be spoiling Blue Ivy a bit too much. At the end of the day, I just know I'll probably have the worst spoiled little kid ever, he said during an interview on Oprah's Masterclass Special Edition. But it's safe to say that Blue Ivy, who's 6, has been spoiled enough already. And sometimes giving a child so much at such a young age doesn't necessarily teach them how to work for things. But hey, Beyonce's net worth is $350 million, Jay-Z's is $810 million. So Blue Ivy wouldn't really have to work a day in her life, and you know what? No one can blame her. JoJo Siwa. JoJo Siwa is a talented dancer, a singer, and actress, and a YouTube star. But you might know her best for her appearance on Dance Moms. She was on it for 2 seasons along with her mom, Jessalyn Siwa. And what can we say about JoJo? Well, for one thing, she's loud, opinionated, and obnoxious. She often comes off as bratty and super hyper. During an interview on This Morning Studio, Eamon Holmes asked the social media star if she had consumed too many sugary drinks. And the 15-year-old confessed she was very full of energy. And while viewers of the show found her a little annoying, her energy and enthusiasm helped her reach the top. But her Dance Moms co-stars didn't have nice things to say about her. During the cast's international tour in 2015, Maddie and Mackenzie Ziegler, Kendall Verdes, and Kalani Hilliker totally behaved like mean girls. Ziegler mocked her co-star by saying, I go, oh my god, I love your shoes. And she goes, I could get those for free if you want, I have connections. And I'm like, I don't care. Clearly, they're not really vibing with JoJo. Meanwhile, Kalani, who lived with her, accused her of being too much to handle. Imagine living with a big ball of fire that is always on all day, every day, she said. Suri Cruise. When Suri was 6, her dad, Tom Cruise, allowed her to miss school so they could go on a trip to Paris. Not only did he send a private jet to pick her up from school in New York, but he really let her do whatever she wanted. But things were getting out of hand when her mom, Katie Holmes, and Tom Cruise were still together. In those days, she would buy anything she wanted and ate whatever her little heart desired. She didn't even make her bed, and
Which trip is
Well, today I'm wearing purple just for the occasion. The royal family in the United Kingdom has been around for generations. And although the figurehead of the Commonwealth, the Queen only really holds a ceremonial position. However, the power that she once held still exists, which allows her to do things that you and I could never do because she's not above the law, she technically is the law. Here are 10 illegal things the Queen can do that you can't. Number 10 is skip taxes. It's said that the only 2 things that you can be sure of in life are death and taxes, but that's not true for the Queen. To be clear, no, not the death part. She's not going to live forever. But the head of the royal family doesn't actually have to pay taxes. Her Majesty is said to be worth $420 million, and she could hang on to more of that than the average corporation owner, as while the law demands all British citizens have to pay their share, the Queen is legally exempt. Ballin'! However, in 1992, the royal family began voluntarily paying an amount equal to what they'd be paying as citizens at their income and tax bracket. Since then, the Crown does pay for all of the properties under their name and discloses their spending reports to the public. Number 9 is have a pet dolphin. Now, this might sound super random as few would want the responsibility, but if you live in the United Kingdom and want to have a pet dolphin, the law actually forbids it. And that's because technically the Queen owns every dolphin that swims in waters within 5 kilometers of the country's landmass. Come to me, my dolphin children. The law goes all the way back to 1324, during the reign of King Edward II, who declared all sturgeons, porpoises, whales, and dolphins which are captured or happen to wash ashore within the area be recognized as fishes royal and are property of the crown. According to a 2012 article by Time magazine, if someone wanted to, let's say, buy a sturgeon, they would request the honor of being accepted by Elizabeth as a gesture of loyalty and respect. Yo, Queenie, what's up? Can I have one of them dolphins? Nah? Aight. Number 8 is eat swan. Who would want to do that? Swans have been kind of taboo food for hundreds of years, but that hasn't stopped many from partaking in the majestic birds as some kind of delicacy. However, if they tried to partake in Britain, they would not only be breaking the law, they would be slighting the Queen. You eat my swans, I eat you! Like the whales and dolphins, Elizabeth owns all of the swans that are in open water within her borders. According to the royal family's official website, she only exercises that ownership when it comes to particular parts of the River Thames and the areas around it. But killing a swan for eating or otherwise will still get you arrested. Every year, 6 skiffs containing swan uppers, which are people in special uniforms, set off down the Thames. They capture.
So, category, what is it called? 2344 Huey after me. What's up? He said, what's up? How does it feel like when there's an earthquake? And then just 4 times for fun, for fun, for fun, for fun. Message retracted, message retracted, message retracted, message retracted. I put down in the comments, the earthquake felt weird and scary. So yeah, those there's 2 people with me now. Oh, now there's 1. Okay.
Swan, ring them, and release them. There's even a swan warden. Super serious stuff. Number 7 is speeding. Hand my crown. I'm about to kick this biatch into high gear. Don't worry if you're running a little late for your next meeting. It's not a problem. You're allowed to drive as fast as you want, so you'll be able to get there in a flash. If you're the queen, of course. That's right, the sovereign is allowed to drive as fast as she likes, provided that there's no traffic, of course. According to the law, Queen Elizabeth is allowed to travel at any speed she wishes, anywhere under her rule, be it the hills of Scotland.
Okay, this is
Scotland or downtown London, England, which is actually pretty alarming if you think about it. Luckily for other drivers and bystanders, on the streets of the United Kingdom, the Queen doesn't break any of these speed limits, which is kind of disappointing. I don't know about you, but I'd love to see a Fast and the Furious chase with Her Majesty behind the wheel. Let's kick it! Number 6 is avoid freedom of information. In almost every democratic country, a law is in place that says that the public and media may ask questions of public figures, so long as those questions are appropriate and don't invade personal privacy. The United Kingdom has such a law called the Freedom of Information Act, and no citizen is exempt from it, except those in the royal family. Queen Elizabeth has made
I'm gonna call my friend again, guys, so I'm gonna tell him that I'm live streaming. So my best friend's gonna go on this live stream here. So I'm gonna wait for him. I just called him, so it's not gonna be too long. And earthquake haven't even happened yet, guys. So we're pretty lucky, but it only happened in the morning, which is pretty upsetting because I wanted to take a video about it. I was wishing to. I'm just gonna wait until my best friend comes down below.
Guys, this is serious.
Very serious.
Fat hoe, strong Wayne, molester. That's horrible. Oh my gosh. Man, we're back at it again with the real people with some awful names. Some funny names, man. I mean, you know what? We're not trying to make fun of these people, but they do have some interesting names. And yeah, we're gonna... Man, another one. Smith got the link in the description below. Check it out. And make sure to get some of the Dang Matt Smith merch. The new Get That Out of Here.
Thank you, everyone. I'm watching Dang Matt Smith right now. I'm waiting
Go
for
sponsor.
him. It's not sponsored right now. No.
Sleeve also got the hoodie, boy, you better, yeah, man. Teespring.com/store/Dang Matt Smith. Check it out. Link in the description. Yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. And everybody comment down below a funny name. It doesn't have to be somebody you know. It could just be, you know, a funny name that you've heard, or it could be somebody that you know. And don't you dare say Dang Matt Smith is a funny name, okay? That's what my parents tell me. Let's get it! Yeah. Whoa, the first one, we got Jewish Community Center. I mean, nothing funny about that. Mrs. Wiener and Mrs. Butt. Come on, you gotta be kidding me, man. Oh, their parents did not even give their children a chance. I mean, Mrs. Wiener and Mrs. Butt together. Got them. That's disgusting. Or I'm sorry, it's not. Look, it's their name. It's not disgusting. It's not nasty. But but I'm sure it wasn't the number one option. Come on, give it to me. Yeah. Oh man, I messed up my camera. Okay. Which one is Mrs. Wiener and which one is Mrs. Butt? I don't think it matters. Both of them look a little flush. Oh, give it to me. Yeah, boy. Hey, it's okay. You're not a loser. You're a wiener. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm done with the dad jokes, all right? Jeez, don't hate me. I'm sorry. I mean, dang, I would not be smiling that much if my name was Mrs. Wiener. Wait, time out. I just realized if they're Mrs., that means they married into that name. So that means there's a Mr. Butt and there's a Mr. Wiener. Woo! I'm sorry, man. I would not marry into that name. I'd just be like, look, I'm keeping my last name. We're gonna be Mrs. Smith or Mr. Smith, because I'm a man. Anyway, moving on. Diana D-Bag. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay, look, that's her name. You know, you can call her Miss D-Bag. I can't, man. I can't. Sorry. Okay, I cannot imagine going to her family's house on Thanksgiving or on Christmas. I'd walk into the door and they'd be like, "Hi, we're the D-Bags." No, man. I'd just walk in. I'd be like, "Hey, are y'all D-Bags cooking? Smells good." And if you get called into the principal's office, he's gonna be like, "Will Diana D-Bag please report to the principal's office? Diana D-Bag with the capital D and a lowercase bag." Look, I'm not making fun of her. I'm just concerned. I just want to know what her life is like. Dang. Her initials are D and D. Double D's. Oh, wait a minute. Family kid friendly, yeah. Man, a capital D and a capital D. If you know what I mean. Dee. She should just go with the name Dee. Just go Dee. Diddy. D-Bag. D-Bag. Oh man, I can't. All right. Moving. I gotta move on. Sorry. Okay, we got Wang Lickin. Oh, ew, disgusting. Ew, Wang Lickin. Oh man. Or maybe it's Wang Lickin. Wang Lickin. This is nasty, I know, but that's his name, okay? His name is Mr. Lickin, or you can call him Mr. Wang. But look, it's better than, Long Wang or Strong Wang, all right? This is Wang Lickin. You could, I'm sure you could actually get a date with that name. And it looks like he was in the Olympics, okay? He was world rankings, all right? You know, he did some things. Representing the Wangs, you know, representing China, okay? Good for you, Wang Licking. You know, what you do on your own time is none of my business. Sorry. I'm done. If he, you know, licking wangs. Anyway, moving on. We got Paul Tucock. Paul Two. Okay, all right. Paul Two Penis. Yeah, that's his name. Stonewall Gay Rights Charity.
Oh, look, there's another person. Oh, you left, dang it. Okay.
Yep, sounds about right. Nothing wrong with that. I'm dang. Paul Two. That's seriously his name. Like seriously, man. And BBC. That's the British. What? His name is Mr. Two Cock-a-doodle-doos. Two roosters. Yeah. Well, he looks like he's in good spirits. Okay, you know he's good. He's happy to be a two. Oh, god dang. Hey, be glad that your last name isn't Peacock. You know, like a peacock, the bird, because P and then anyway, this is woo. Don't you guys dare be like, dang, Matt Smith, what kind of name is that? This dude's name is Cock-a-doodle-doo. So y'all better leave me alone, okay? But seriously, comment down.
But everyone left. It's kind of being boring for you guys. I know. The earthquake is not coming back whatsoever. I'm gonna have to end the stream here, guys. So, I'll see you later.